right, and we are back. The New Line podcast, or whatever we call this. We're back. Today we have the Mountain Man, Antonio Robinson.
What's up?
Talk about his upcoming fight with Chaz Blevins at New Line Cagefighting 24 in Lexington, Kentucky. So, what is happening, Antonio?
Not much. Just got off of work and just touched down. Throw on some gear so I can do this interview with you guys. So how y'all doing today?
Doing well.
Good, man.
You know, you talk about spectacular debuts. You can't get much better than the knockout that you showed us just about a month ago. I want you to talk us through that fight. I think we're going to pull it up here. I think that's first things first. Let's take a look at your handiwork. Let's see what you
Let's do that.
what you showed us here, because after I saw it, I said in the post-fight interview, I asked you one question. Are you the future of this division? You told me you were, and here we go. This is a good point to prove that you might be.
Yeah. Let's take some look at this handiwork, and I'll tell y'all exactly what my mindset going into this thing was.
And, you know, I love a fight like this. I'd heard a little bit about you, but not gotten to see you in action yet. You're a guy who had a lot of buzz and a lot of hype around you coming into this fight. And, man, you delivered.
I appreciate that, man. I do appreciate it. I worked very hard leading up to it. I've been dreaming about making my debut for a while, so this is definitely a dream come true. It went perfect.
And there's that first right hook. You come out southpaw here. You've got that long guard. I really like that style.
I appreciate that.
Dropped him with the first touch.
Mm-hmm. See, that's something that people missed in the fight too, but we'll go over it.
You're just using that jab to measure.
Just a little touch. See my range, figure out where I'm at. Yep.
And the whole time you're setting up that big knockout punch, and we're going to see it right here.
Yep.
Beautiful lead right hook.
Mm-hmm.
Closes the show. Tell me how you feel in that moment.
Honestly, at that point in time, man, it was nothing but an adrenaline dump because you work so hard to get to the fight, and then when you're in there, anything can happen and will happen. So the fact that that's what happened, it was a huge adrenaline dump, especially because I wasn't completely sure if he was going to get up and fight. So I wasn't sure what was going on. But the moment I got the to go from the wrestling and it was over, man, it was a huge adrenaline dump, man, a huge adrenaline.
So here you are. Antonio Robinson has arrived. But tell me, where did you come from? Where does this skill come from? Let's hear your story.
So I was born and raised on the Eastern Shore of Virginia, a little very small part in Virginia, just across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. And I kind of started honing my craft in at a very young age. I took karate when I was like 6 years old for like 2 or 3 years. I took like an extended break. Then I did a little bit of wrestling in high school. I played basketball for the most part, and those 2 seasons tend to cross over. So I never really got to wrestle, but I was always in the wrestling room. You know what I mean? So started to learn a little bit of craft there, and then from there started doing these little Muay Thai tournaments and trying to kind of get some striking skills down to go along with my wrestling. And then since then, man, it's been about repetition. I don't necessarily have a team here in West Virginia, just obviously because I just moved here. But back home, I had a Muay Thai champion by the name of Earl Venetier that was also a Marine that trained me, and I learned a lot of my striking anatomy from him. So that's really where I come from when it comes to the combat sports world, and of course everybody that wants to fight in a cage with the small gloves, with the That's you watch the UFC, you watch the George St. Pierre's, you watch the Anderson Silvas, you watch the so a lot of study in the greats, a whole lot of study in the
Yep.
greats.
So, what was it about combat sports that appealed to you? What is it about it that made you say, "This is what I want to do"?
Man, I'll be honest, this is one of the few places where I know it's going to sound insane when I say it, but it's one of the few places where I feel sane, right? So whether I'm in here training, whether I'm at a gym training, sparring, I don't know what it is, but that feeling of either getting hit or doing the hitting it puts me at a calm place. So it's weird when I say it, it sounds insane, but it puts me in a very calm place. So uh, the love for combat sports started though honestly when I was young. Like I said, watching the George St. Pierre's, watching the Anderson Silvers, the Rich Franklins, the Anthony Pettises, the Ben Hendersons. You know what I mean? Like watching dudes like that. Hence the toothpick that's hanging out my mouth. The Ben Hendersons. You know what I mean? Like so. I studied the greats, man. So I've loved this sport for a long time, and the fact that I'm actually doing it, it's a kicker. It's a kicker for sure.
Yep.
One thing that shows me that you're a student of the game is the guys you're mentioning are old school guys. You've been watching a long time. You've been a fan of this sport for a long time.
Yeah, man, I love it. I love it. I'm not gonna lie, I love it. I remember I remember going on road trips with my mom and dad to go watch my brother play basketball. And I had a little PSP, and they had just came out with the UFC Undisputed 2009, man. And that was
Oh
like
my god, dude, those were the best.
it's one of the best
They've
games of
not
all
topped
time.
those games.
It's one of the best games of all time. Best combat
I
sports
used to.
game for sure.
That's how I fell in love with it too. Undisputed 2009 and
Yep.
2010. The career modes. I miss those
Yes.
career modes, dude. I wish I could play through
Yes.
those.
The weigh-ins, the after the fight interview on that game, the whole nine.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I fell in love with
EA Sports, they've not got it yet.
it.
They
Mm-mm.
don't get it.
Repetition, man. There's no competition for what it's worth. So they can keep putting out the same game over and over again.
So if you
I
had
don't
to
even
pick
remember who's the
one fighter,
names.
who is it? Who's your favorite?
My
Who's the
favorite
guy that
fighter?
you're like?
Oh man, that's tough. My all-time favorite fighter is probably Benson Henderson. Uh, nothing. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the hair or like the swag, the calm demeanor that he would have when he would talk. I don't know what it was. It's between him and Dominic Cruz. Though. It's between him and Dominic Cruz.
It's funny, like you've got one of the nicest guys in the game with Benson, and then one of like the biggest assholes in the game with Dominic Cruz. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. There's no
And
gray
I think
area with
Dominic
me.
Cruz would admit that he's an asshole. I
Oh,
think he prides
absolutely.
himself on it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, there's no gray area with me either. I'm either going to be real nice to you on my Benson Henderson shit, or I'm going to be on my asshole shit on some Dominic Cruz. So same difference,
So we've talked about the past. We talked about your last fight. Now let's talk about the future. We said you might be the future of this division. So tell me why.
brother. Drive. It's that simple. Drive. I want everything, literally everything, from the heavyweight kickboxing champion. I want that. From the heavyweight MMA champion. I want that. From the super heavyweight MMA championship. I want that to light heavyweight MMA championship. I want that. I want all the belts, sir. I want all the belts, every last one of them. I want to be king. It's that simple. I want to be the king of a promotion. And then if things were to happen further down the road, and we can talk about going pro in the UFC or PFL, then I can bring guys that are in New Line Cage fighting up along with me. So that's really my goal, man. To be able to say that I worked hard to become the face. I became the face. I defended being the face, and then took that and brought the rest of the company up with me. So that's really the goal of mine, man. That's the drive I have right now. Is to be not only that, but also to be the best in the world. It's that simple.
So tell me this.
The
Are
Triple
you
Crown.
keeping your Are you keeping your eyes out? Is there anybody you're looking at in the heavyweight division that
All
you
the
think
names,
that's the guy to
all the
beat?
names, all the names. No one can touch me. All the names. It does not matter. Does not matter. From ranking 1 through 12 to 17 to it does not matter. Not ranked, it does not matter. All the names. If I can get that top shot, I'm gonna tell you now, I have something special planned after I knock Chaz out. After I get that done, I have something very special planned on that microphone. So you guys will have to wait for that one. But yeah, it's coming. Believe
Are
that.
you gonna sing? Are you finally gonna sing for us?
Oh, listen, I might hit a little Sweet Caroline for you. I might do
I might have
that.
to join you in that one.
I might hit a little Sweet
All
Caroline.
white people love Sweet
Oh,
Caroline.
brother, I know it's
That's
going to
just a
get
rule.
Kentucky rocking. It's going to get Kentucky rocking.
Do that up in northern West Virginia, you get be a little different.
You gotta sing "Country Roads Take Me Home" when you're in West
Listen,
Virginia.
don't tempt me, brother. Do not tempt me. Do not, do not tempt me. I might break
You're
out of
gonna
the
be the
number.
Tyson Fury of NLC thing after
Mm-hmm.
every round.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly.
So I'm sure you've seen some video on your opponent Chaz. So
Mm-hmm.
what did you take from that?
Oh,
How
brother,
do you see this
brother.
matchup?
I didn't take anything from it. That was last fight. He fought a guy that we don't know. So again, that was last fight. I didn't take much from it. What he did in that fight, he might come out a whole different way in this one. So took everything that I saw with a
Yep.
grain of salt. And even if I did see something, I wouldn't be telling
All right.
Keeping
you.
his cards close to the vest, Antonio Robinson.
That is
So,
me.
what else have you got to tell the people? I know you've got a lot of charisma. I'm sure you've got some stuff to tell us as well.
It's simple, man. If you want to be one of those people that are in YouTube comments saying, "Oh, I knew that dude. I watched that dude before anybody ever saw him, before he even made it to the UFC." The same way, you know how when Alex Pereira was climbing the ranks in the UFC and Joe Rogan was just, "Oh, he's a kickboxing this and he does this and he does that." If you want to be one of those people that can say, "Oh, I knew that guy before he was the UFC heavyweight champion of the world," I would advise you now to go follow me on Instagram, go follow me on Facebook, go like all the reels, all the pictures, go comment on everything so that you're already a part of the party before it gets started. That would be my advice to you. That's what I have to say to you. If you want to say that you were
Like
on
it.
the hype train before it became one, you know what I mean?
Jump on it.
One thing I
The
really admire about you is your self belief. Like you see
Yeah.
these great fighters. The perfect example I think is Conor McGregor, his rise. That guy believed he could do anything. You're the
Absolutely.
type of guy who believes the same. And I think you
Absolutely.
go places with that.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That's really what it comes down to, man, is the self belief. Like me personally, when it comes to this fight game, man, I don't this idea that like when people stand across from other guys, they tend to look, oh well, his arms are longer, oh this guy's a little bit bigger than me, or this guy. That shit does not matter to me at all, man. At all. At all. I don't give a fuck who's across from me. As long as I do what I do best, nobody can touch me. It's very simple.
Like it, man. And I know we're talking about getting you on every card. I know that's something you said you want on everything we're doing.
Everything.
Boxing, kickboxing, MMA, whatever it
Everything.
is.
I will say, hold on,
So
wait a second. I'm not Floyd Mayweather. I'm not boxing nobody. You're gonna have to deal with these kicks. I'm not doing that.
all
But
right.
everything else, we good. MMA, kickboxing, I'm all for it. Can't do the boxing, but besides that, we good. We good.
we we've had one Triple Crown champ before. We had Denzel Chapman, held all three at the same time.
Well, listen,
And he's now pro.
this is what I'll say. This is what I'll say. If I win, not if win, I win the heavyweight champion for MMA and the kickboxing champion for heavyweight. If I do not have to fight another boxing fight to get the said title fight, we can make something happen. But if I got to
All right.
fight up the ranks to get to the champion, I'm not for that. But if I got the other two and we're just going straight champion, 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 all the
Just
belts,
straight
I
up
need
super
that.
fight.
Yeah, I need.
I feel like if you can win the MMA title and the kickboxing title, I don't see why we couldn't have a champion versus champion boxing match.
That's all I
Yep.
want.
Which
That's
that's
all
a
I
tall
want.
order.
That's
That's a
all I
tall
want.
order, but you're a guy who I can tell wants it and believes it. And like you're looking to do big things in the sport. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to be on the ground floor. I'm on board.
Love to hear
Yeah,
that,
man.
man. Love to hear that. Thank y'all for y'all support, man. It definitely means a lot. And another thing, last thing, I want to also thank everybody back home, back where I'm from, because I've been getting a lot of love from them as well. Support. They buying the pay per views. They're going on New Line Cage Fighting YouTube channel. I don't know if y'all subscribing. Y'all need to hit that subscribe button. But regardless, y'all going on there and y'all watching it. And that's all I can ask, man. Keep
He's
Yep.
showing love and
first
support.
one, the first man to ever plug the New Line Cage Fighting YouTube page.
You
Hell
know it,
yeah.
man.
Hit
Listen.
I
subscribe.
appreciate
Do
it.
what this man says. He's got a mean right hook.
And I believe tonight at midnight, all of the last event videos release.
Okay.
So
And Keith's
yeah,
car turns
so
back into a pumpkin.
I might get on there and switch them to about 10 o'clock. Have them come out here in about an hour, which this video will be out by then.
Got it. Got it. Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So everybody, if you haven't yet, go check out his first fight. I know we played it on here. I don't know how it's going to show up on the screen, but go check it out.
Definitely go check that out. There's plenty more to come next
If
week.
you got 30 seconds free tonight, go check his video. Go watch his last fight.
So let's do some plugs. I want to hear, how can people follow you? How can people like your social media, stuff like that?
Okay. So on Instagram, you can follow me at Tone Tone Reaper One. Tone Reaper One. I post a lot of training videos there, reels, pictures, just a little insight on what I be doing outside of fighting. Cause listen, that's one thing about I'm an interesting man. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll learn a lot about me. I will kick your ass and then go garden. So you'll learn a lot about me. You know what I mean? Tone Reaper One on Instagram, Antonio Robinson on Facebook, and on YouTube at the Dominator MMA on my Dominant Cruise shit.
Okay.
What about you,
We'll
Keith? How
check.
do we follow you on social media?
It's just New Line Cage Fighting, everything. I believe it's NLC Perez on something. Maybe Instagram NLC Perez. Yeah. Yeah. Just give our YouTube a follow. We got a TikTok at New Line Cage Fighting. Instagram at New Line Cage Fighting. Then I have my personal one, NLC Perez, which I don't think I've logged on to my personal one in a while.
And now, last of all, we got to plug this event.
Wait a
Let's
second.
hear
Wait
it.
a
How do
second.
we
Wait a
watch?
second. Wait a
How do...
second. Wait a second. Can I
Oh,
make one more
what we
plug and
got?
then I'm done? One more
One
plug.
more.
Listen,
One more. Yeah.
it won't be this fight, but the next fight. These shades, Goat Life. This shirt, Goat Life. The fight shorts that I wear on June 29th will be Goat Life. Shout out to my boy Jay from back home for hooking me up with the merch, man. I appreciate you. Do your thing. Sorry.
All right. Let's hear about this event, and then that'll be it. We're
Yeah.
leaving.
Yeah. So New Line Cage Fighting 24, and that's going to be on May 18th, Lexington, Kentucky, at the Central Bank Center. Main event: Sean Stefanik, 52 years old, making his pro MMA debut. This man is a karate and kickboxing legend, like a 9-time gold medalist, world champion, all that, fighting Delano Reynolds out of Toledo, Ohio. Delano is, I believe, 24, 25 years old, 6'6", one of the most athletic guys we have around here. Pro MMA middleweight. Co-main
And
event.
Delano he says, my time is now, old man. This is it. You're going down, Sean Stefanik.
Co-main event, Kendall Young against Gage Mitchell. Gage just picked up a big win on the Anthony Pettis event. And I believe he beat a Pettis. It might have been one of Anthony's brothers. I don't know. But, yeah, he's coming off a big win. Gage is 2-0 now. And, fighting the hometown guy, Kendall Young, who we saw at NLC 21 absolutely smash his opponent. It was like a 30-second win. We got some big fights on that one, man. We got 4 or 5 pro fights.
I think it's safe
And
to call this one a mega card. You know, our
this is
last
a
one
mega
was a
card.
little small, but this one is massive.
We have 19 fights total. We just added one today, actually. We had 18. I didn't want to add any more. These two guys begged. They wanted to fight each other, man. They both have all their medicals. I was like, I'll tell y'all what. I get charged extra if I'm in there after midnight. We got to get out of there. I don't want to add any more fights. But if I add this fight, both of y'all and your coaches got to stick around and help me take this cage down. So we added the fight, and I got some extra help after the event now. So hopefully we can get out there.
That's why you're the Dana White of West
That's
Virginia.
right.
You damn right. You damn right.
I am the great value brand Dana White, baby. Oh man, yeah. So yes, a mega event like Elijah said. Definitely, this is going to be a big one.
Michigan Mega Bowl.
Yes. There will be a bear in attendance if we don't lose it first. It's outside in the trailer. I might need to check on it. It's not been banging around for the last 3 days.
Yeah, you need to go give it water, dude.
Yeah, we have a grizzly. Yeah, might need to give him some water. But yeah, man, I'm excited, man. This is a card I'm excited for. You know, Elijah, you know me. We have a lot of events, and
a lot of fights.
A lot of the fights. We have a lot of fights. We got more fights than anybody else around here. I'll tell you that. All these other small promotions, man. I'm half asleep, boys. Yeah, a lot of the fights. Get a lot of the fights around here.
We've got to add that to our podcast intro. Our montage.
NLC, where we do a lot of the fights.
We got a lot of the fights around here. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm excited. I like Sean. I'm looking forward to seeing him compete. You know, to cancel out all them gold medals and world titles, we had to give him a young athletic opponent.
Like, there's nothing I enjoy more than seeing an old man beat the shit out of a guy. And I'm looking forward to it.
Delano, if he sees this, he's going to be fired up, baby.
I'm excited for that one. I'm not going to lie. You piqued my interest when you said cuz age.
Yeah. 52 years old.
Hey. Sean is a guy that I've heard so much about for years, dude. He's been on the scene like everybody respects him. He's coached a lot of great fighters.
He coached Sage Northcutt, man. Yeah, he built Sage up. So
to see him compete is wild.
If you see 52-year-old Sean with his shirt off, you'll be like, man, I wish I looked like that when I was 25. Mm-hmm. Dude's jacked, man.
Mm.
Yeah, he's jacked. He's in great shape.
Yeah, he's still got it, man. He's not. I mean, you know, like a lot of us, like me, I'm 41. I've let myself go. Sean's probably the best shape of his life.
I'm 28 years old, and I've let myself go.
Say, I'm only 24. I got a lot of work to do, dog.
You got time.
Once you hit 30, dude, you can really let yourself go.
Believe it.
Like it's fine. Like just do it. Get fat. Be like Johnny Hendrix. Johnny Hendrix toward the end. Just get fat. That's my advice to you.
That's why, man.
And then you can be like me and be like, man, if I weren't so fat, I'd kick your ass. You wouldn't believe what a badass I used to be. That's what you can do. It's great.
Yeah, you can say that. Yep. All right. Well, I believe that's all we got for today. Antonio, thanks for coming on.
Coming up.
Got a lot of the fights coming up. Looking forward to seeing the Mountain Man back in the cage. And it's going to be a good one.
Yes, sir. I can't wait to see y'all on the 18th, man. Be ready for what happens on that microphone afterward, Keith. I might call you out.
If I'm awake, if I'm still awake, I'll hear it. I'm an old man. That's going to be past my bedtime, boys. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.